Shroud, a heart-wrenching story. Madhav and his father Ghisu are sitting in front of their hut. Inside the hut, Madhav's wife Budhia is going through childbirth. No one is attending to her. From time to time, her cries of pain pierce the stillness of the night. The father and son are busy eating the roasted potatoes that they had stolen earlier from someone's fields. Gisu, hey Madhav, why don't you go in and see how she is doing? Madhav, afraid that Gisu may eat up all the potatoes if he went in. I feel scared to go in. Gisu, what are you scared of? I am here to take care of everything. Madhav, then why don't you go yourself? Gisu, what? When my wife died, I didn't leave her side for 3 days. You asked me to go and tend to my daughter in law. Wouldn't she be most uncomfortable seeing me there? Have you gone off your mind? Madhav, what on earth would we do if a child is born? We have nothing in the house. Gisu, don't you worry about that. People will call us and give money for that. No matter, right now they are not willing to give us a single paisa. I had 9 sons born to me and never had anything in the house. Still, everything went off all right. Madhav and Gisu were the laziest and drunkards of the highest grade. There was no dearth of work in the village, but they consented to do any work only when there was nothing left in the house to eat. People called them for work only when they were most desperate. Budhia, ever since he came into their life, had tried to bring some grace to the family, but now she was dying and the father son duo couldn't care less. Gisu suddenly remembers one of the feasts he had attended in the village some 20 years back. Gisu, can't forget the grand feast thrown by that Thakur. Unlimited food, all cooked in pure ghee. People ate up so much there was hardly any space left for water. Never had the same again. So generous. Madhav, regretting the absence of such generosity now. How many puris did you eat? Gisu, at least 20. Madhav, I would have eaten 50. Gisu, I too must have eaten 50. I was very well built, had a wonderful appetite. You are nothing compared to me. Madhav and Gisu then go to sleep. Budhya continues to suffer inside through the night. In the morning, Madhav goes inside and finds his wife dead. The child too had died inside the womb itself. Both father and son start crying. Neighbors come and console them, more out of tradition rather than any real sympathy for them. But now they had to make arrangements for funeral. They did not have a single paisa with them. They go to the village head, who gives them 2 rupees very reluctantly, just to get rid of them. Following this, other villagers also chip in, and by afternoon they have a tidy sum of about rupees 5. They go to the market to buy a shroud. Gisu, now we have to spend money on shroud, which would burn along with the body. What's the use? Madhav, only if they had given the money earlier. Then we could have got some medicines for her. She could have survived. Who knows? They are fully aware what was going through each other's mind. Soon they find themselves in front of the wine shop. They were a little hesitant first, but they soon get over this. A bottle for us too, please, Gisu says to the shopkeeper. And then they buy something to eat to go with the wine. A lot, in fact. The money is almost entirely gone. After they have had their fill, they turn philosophical. Gisu, what's the use of Shroud? It wouldn't have gone with her. Madhav, but that is a tradition. What would we say when people ask about the Shroud? Gisu laughs. We would say we lost the money somewhere. They would again give us the money. Mother was not convinced. Would they believe us? Gisu, they wouldn't, but they would have to give us the money again all the same. But this time, you would really have to buy a shroud. Mother has now all his misgivings swept away. What luck! She is making us so happy, even now. She would certainly go to heaven. Gisu, most certainly. God, please, take her to heaven. Madhav and Gisu are now fully stuffed and drunk. Very generously, they give the remaining food to a beggar who had been waiting for a long time. Then they start dancing and singing, and finally, completely exhausted, fall to the floor. This is a story by Munshi Premchand, one of the great writers of Hindi and Urdu literature. It is an average version. The story was called Kafan in the original version. Our gratitude to the great writer and his successors. Thank you so much. Thanks.